we've come out to the Kamado jar. We're going to clean it and then refill it with charcoal and light it, ready for our next cook, which is going to be some Scotch eggs. So I've just took the grates out. You can see the charcoal that's left from a previous cook, and we're just going to rake that around so it drops through into the ash catcher below the ash basket. I really like the ash basket, it lets a lot of air through. So we open the bottom vent, and that gives us access to the ash catcher. Old man bends down, eventually he reaches the ash catcher and drags it to the lip. Now I find it useful to put a bag there. Obviously make sure that that ash is cold. This is from a previous burn, so the ash is cold. So put a black bag underneath, or a refuse sack as you have to say these days. Drag the ash out, empty it into the sack, go in for a second bite of the cherry, just make sure that all the ash is out, give it a wiggle about, pull it back, get the ash out there. Right, then I like to put the tray back in. Some people leave the tray out for airflow, but I like the tray in. Just filled up with some fresh glow Baltic charcoal. I'm really liking this at the minute. There you are. I'll rearrange that prior to getting it lit. I've got good airflow in the basket. It's not full to the brim because I'm not doing a massive cook, just doing Scotch eggs. So we don't need it right up to the top. But as you can see the air holes. Now I never thought I'd like a loaf like that, and now I wouldn't be without it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Lights the coals really quickly, as you'll see here. Makes a very good job of it. Doesn't blow loads of ash about. No smoke. It's perfect because I'm in a semi-indoor environment. I've got doors front and back. I've got a roof, sides, and I've got Velux windows to let the smoke out. So it's quite important to us not to have a load of smoke. There you can see you move the loaf lighter away from the flame area as you go, and there you go, charcoal's lit. So I'll leave that to burn for 10 minutes and then I close everything down. That's my top vent setting. I'm holding a steady 180 for these Scotch eggs. I'll just show you my bottom vent setting with this lovely steady camera work of mine. Tell you what, it's hard work making these videos. It's a lot harder than you think. Some of these lads make it look really easy. So we've gone straight back indoors, boiled the eggs for 4 minutes. They're really soft, so you've got to be careful. As you can see, one of them smashed already. So that was my second egg and it's peeled alright. They've been boiled for 4 minutes from room temperature, so they are really soft and delicate, and they're a bit of a nightmare to peel, as you'll see in a second. The shell's coming off alright till I get halfway down. Just around about now, disaster strikes. We'll go in for a second bite, second half of the shell, and here it goes, the egg split. Nightmare. You can see as well how the white of the egg hasn't fully formed, so next time I try this I'm going to cook them for 4.5 minutes. Look away now if you're squeamish, because there's going to be some runny white kicking about. There you go, get that out. Think I can put that egg back together? So I even have a problem with my sausage meat. I've split the skins on the sausage and I can't get the stuffing out the casings to save me life. What a mess I make of this. So the plan was to get the sausage meat out of the skins, then make a circle, put the eggs in the middle, or put the egg in the middle of each one that I make, and then encase the egg in the sausage meat. So another rookie mistake. I put this straight back on the plate and it sticks to the plate. what I should do is put it on some cling film in future, just make it easier to pick up. You think I was making a pizza base there. Right, I'm happy with that. Get the egg in the middle, then start wrapping it in the sausage meat. Easy. No, it's not. It might be if you use some cling film, but it's not the way I did it. So here we go. We'll eventually get there. We'll get it picked up, get it smoothed off all the way around, and then I put it in the fridge for 15 minutes just to firm up before moving on to the next process, which was crumbing it. Keep your hands in shot, son. Not doing very well with this video whatsoever. Get the American mustard out. Doesn't want to come out the bottle. Comes out in drips and drabs, and then away we go. We'll get there eventually. So instead of dipping it in egg flour and then egg wash, I've decided to try this one in American mustard. Not that it's very hot. English mustard might be better, but we'll see how hot English mustard turns out in the next attempt at use. So get it coated. The theory is, coated in mustard I can see where the crumb hasn't gone, but then I worked out I'm slightly colourblind and the crumb's yellow as well as the mustard, so I didn't have a chance. Not to worry. Here's the crumb. Delicately lift the egg encased in the sausage meat, cover it in the mustard, and drop it into the breadcrumbs. Should have used a bigger bowl because I can't get my hands in that one. Another rookie mistake. So I can make my mind up what to do, and I eventually decide to shape the bowl, but that just gets the bottom done a bit. So bright spark comes up the idea. We'll get ourselves a spoon. Here we are. Tiniest spoon in the world to get into the side of this dish. Get the breadcrumbs all over it. See what I mean about the yellow breadcrumbs and the yellow mustard? Should have used brown sauce, then I could have seen if I'd get them everywhere covered or not. There we go, delicately covered. Just spin it about a little bit. Make sure I have got everywhere. You can see some mustard kicking through it. It was quite damp. So back to the KJ, you can see it's held a steady 180 while I was performing all of those intricate manoeuvres indoors. Here's the egg coming in. I've got a deflector plate on one side to protect the egg a bit, so a half or semi-indirect. Little bit of zooming in and out action, and then we'll close the lid. Now, I was going to cook it for half an hour, and I thought I'll check it at 20 minutes and turn it. So I'll come back at 20 minutes, and it was reading with a thermopen was reading 75. The sausage meat part was reading 75. I decided to turn it over, and there we go. The eggs burst and it started running out. That's disastrous. I give it 5 more minutes. Open the door, and the egg is coming out in 2 places. So we'll take it off. I mix my settings up on the camera so it didn't actually see it getting cut off. As you can see, it was a nightmare. The egg isn't properly cooked, but I've got a runny yolk because that's what I was aiming for.